My name is Simukele Khoza from the Companies Tribunal. I am the Manager Marketing and Communications. We are here to exhibit our services. So the Companies Tribunal is an entity of the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, were established in terms of the Companies Act, Section 193. So in the main, when we talk about resolution of company disputes, we do that on the basis that we are an alternative to the courts. Anyone that has a company-related dispute can come to us, considering that our services are free of charge.
Oh, it's free?
Yes.
All right. My question would be, can you assist companies that are not government-related, or you are specifically focusing on the government-related entities?
Okay. Let me clarify that when we talk about companies, we talk about companies that are registered with the CIPC. So that will be a PTY Ltd. So anyone that has a company can come to us. So instead of them going to court, because when they go to court, it means that they would have to get the services of legal representatives, which is very expensive, and also that the courts themselves take too long. So when we say we're an alternative, it is because our service firstly is free, secondly we will save time, and we'll also save money. That's why we say it's cost effective to use our services.
And then the frequency, how often do you get these cases?
Well, we get cases from a lot of companies, and I can also indicate that from big and small companies. So what you find perhaps in terms of the applications that we receive is that most of them are name disputes. So names are very important in running a business because each name will distinguish one company to the other. So that is the highest number of applications that we are receiving from the Companies Tribunal. Other than that, we also receive a lot of disputes that relate to annual general meetings, because companies are actually expected to apply for extension to convene their annual general meetings. Other than that, we also have cases that relates to directorship disputes. So when people have established companies, sometimes they get to a point where they have disputes, and some of the dispute would be caused by the fact that one person is not executing their responsibility as expected in terms of their MOI, and on the basis of that, the other director would want to remove them. So when they have to remove, they don't have to think about going through the lawyers. They must come to us, considering that our service is free, and also it will be quicker for us to be able to adjudicate their applications. And if not through adjudication, we can also do it through alternative dispute resolution, which is twofold in terms of this particular application here.
Twofold, mention them.
So it's adjudication and ADR. ADR, which means alternative dispute resolution.
And normally the challenges that you would face on your, maybe personally, when you're dealing with these cases, the challenges that you normally face on a day-to-day basis?
Well, the challenges that we face is that ordinarily, if we receive applications that come from members of the public, is that firstly, they do not understand the process. Secondly, they don't understand the legal process in terms of filing applications, and hence we are here at the Randshow today to be able to engage in and interface with members of the public so that we can clarify to them how do they really have to go about. But over and above that, we've got the registrar office that is mainly responsible for the process of filing applications. Therefore, it means that they would take them through in terms of each and every step in terms of filing these particular applications. Yes.
And then in terms of awareness, how can you make yourselves available to the public? So you see today, I have the privilege of being at a Randshow and get the opportunity of knowing about you guys. But for a regular civilian that doesn't have what I have, my privilege of being here, how can they get hold of you guys?
Thank you very much. We do that through different platforms. Firstly, we've got brochures that we actually distribute when we go to particular areas. Secondly, we host seminars that we partner with other institutions. Thirdly, we use the media to be able to share information regarding our services, and perhaps fourthly, it is the use of social media. But I think what is important is to indicate that other than going to the public, we've got quite good relationship with legal professionals, because in the main, these are the ones that are actually filing applications with us. So, and also members of the business community and business structures. So we work closely with them, and from time to time we have engagements, whether it's through business chambers or structures. So we have engagements, but we also go to communities, and when we go to communities, we also make sure that we engage them through local community radio stations, for example, and as well as public radio stations. Yeah.
So in terms of these disputes, so what would be a challenge for you to maybe win a dispute on your clients' behalf? Do you call them clients?
Well, they are applicants and respondents. Yes.
So what would make it more difficult for you maybe to get a resolution that would be in favor of those people that you are representing?
Let me just indicate that members of the tribunal themselves are legal experts. Let me indicate also that the chairperson of the company's tribunal is Judge Dennis Davis. He's a legal guru, but he's also assisted by other members of the tribunal. Amongst them, we have professors, we have doctors, we have senior advocates and attorneys. That should then tell you, in terms of the complement of the pool of members that we're having, that are able to adjudicate these particular disputes and resolve them through ADR. Secondly, we need to also indicate that in terms of the mandate of the company's tribunal, we adjudicate our disputes in a manner that is fair, in a manner that is just and impartial. So there's no way that we will not actually give you a fair decision. But even more, when you're not satisfied with the decision of the company's tribunal, you can take it to court, which is the High Court, for review. So that is the recourse that you have as a member of the public or someone that runs a company who is not happy with the decision of the company's tribunal.
No, another thing that I wanted to put in that question, so I will make an example. So maybe there was insufficient evidence when you were checking you're making your assessments and trying to check the evidence and all those things, and there was no enough. So I was trying to ask a question that will be in line with those things. Are those things going to hinder the process on your end?
What you find is that because we have a registry's office that deals with the process of filing applications, they would actually take you through, they would actually advise you in terms of documentation. So once an application is complete, it is therefore ripe for adjudication, for processing. So they will make sure that you provide all relevant information, and if you are failing, that's when it will not actually proceed with the filing. So unless if you don't really willing to provide information, so that would be the challenge. Yeah.
You know what I loved when you were talking earlier on, that you are willing to even help the little guys. You're not only looking after the big guys. I love that. Do you have maybe your social handles?
Certainly, our social handles is on Twitter is @companies T_SA, as well as LinkedIn, which is actually Companies Tribunal.
Oh, you know it?
Yeah, as well as YouTube, Companies Tribunal. Thank you very much.
I think that was enough from my end.
No, we appreciate. Thank you very much.